Hello, my name is Yash Desai and I'm a writer on Texas 4000's 2020 team. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ultraviolet radiation, which is a major environmental risk factor for skin cancers. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about what you can do to prevent getting skin cancer and what you should do if you think you're at risk for developing it. Exposure to ultraviolet radiation can come from either direct sunlight or from indoor tanning beds. Ultraviolet radiation damages skin cells and is therefore a common risk factor for melanoma and other skin cancers, which together make up the most prevalent form of cancer here in the United States. Now, the easiest way to prevent exposure to ultraviolet radiation is to wear high SPF sunscreen when going outside. For reference, you should ideally wear sunscreen with a minimum SPF of 15 and should reapply sunscreen every 2 hours you are outside. If you think you've already had serious exposure to ultraviolet radiation and you may be at risk of developing skin cancer as a result, it's best to check for abnormal moles on your skin, as these are common signs of melanoma. Moles that are characteristic of melanoma will often be fairly large and asymmetrical, will have uneven borders, may look an abnormal color, and may change in shape or size over time. An easy way to remember how to identify melanoma is through the ABCDE approach. A stands for asymmetry. If the mole is asymmetrical, it may be cancerous. B stands for borders. If you notice uneven or jagged borders on your mole, it may be cancerous. C stands for color. If the color of your mole is uneven or if its color changes over time, it may be cancerous. D stands for diameter. For reference, if your mole is larger than the size of a pea, it's best to get it checked out. Lastly, E is for evolution. If the size of your mole changes over time, it may be cancerous. If you spend a lot of time out in the sun, it's best to consistently examine your skin for potentially malignant moles. Early detection of malignant moles is key. In fact, the 5-year survival rate for people whose melanoma is detected and treated before it spreads to the lymph nodes is 99%. If you feel as though you are at risk for developing melanoma, you should talk to your primary care physician or a local dermatologist if you're able.